Right now at 10, winter weather is coming back. The latest on this weekend's wild forecast.
And a shooting on La Crosse's north side, what we know so far.
Plus, two big votes in La Crosse. Common Council's decision on tobacco age enforcement and rezoning of the old Kmart.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We'll start with the weather because it's time to brace for another winter blast.
Oh yeah, as we take a look outside with City Cam 8, a bit of a rainy evening, but rounds of severe weather are on their way. Let's send it right over to Greg.
Yeah, we've had snow, we've had rain, some areas to the north, Eau Claire and up to 880, so we've had snow all evening long. We had a little snow here this evening before we turned over to rain. That's one story with this first system, but the bigger story is the damaging wind gusts that could accompany this tomorrow morning out of the north. Could be up to 60 to 65 in those other shaded areas, a little bit less as you go further north and east, but overall it's just about 10 mile per hour less. So definitely that'll be the story. There's also some snow squall possibilities with showers coming through, so reduced visibility is definitely a possibility. You can see that coming through the area there. Winds definitely are throughout the area as we go throughout the noon hour. Snow showers for La Crosse will be in the morning, but they could reduce visibility during the evening commute. Won't pile any snow on the roads, but definitely will reduce visibility and crosswind potential there. Definitely we see sustained at 27. That's not even the wind gust. Eau Claire will have a little bit more intense showers, snow showers going in the morning. They'll lighten up a little bit by noon. Their winds will be upward to 25 to 26 and then drop off a little bit by noon with some clearing in the afternoon, but only getting up to about 34. So once again, whiteout conditions are possible up there. Eau Claire, we continue to see the snow. You can see in the background, but the roads are remaining wet given the temperatures are still above freezing and the snow rate isn't that impressive. The warm front has come through, so the winds begin to turn. That's the radar. All the snow is beginning to transition to rain for areas south of Eau Claire. Will not happen as you go further north. The warm front's coming through. The cold front is yet to come through basically eastern Minnesota. There's your wind speeds. That's all from the south-southeast, but you get to Minnesota, they start turning around a little bit too. But so far, nothing too crazy until we get later in the night or tomorrow morning. Once this is all wrapped up, then we got another one, and this one's even bigger with a lot more snow, wind, and even ice potential too with this one given the track. So some areas might see a lot of snow, other areas might see some significant ice too. So we'll try to explain all that a bit later.
Yeah, lots to break down. Thank you, Greg.
And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn weather app.
And Greg had alluded to some high winds. The Lansing Bridge Ferry service is suspended because of that. Officials haven't decided if the ferry will open tomorrow. The service will resume once those winds die down. Any updates will be provided on their Facebook page.
La Crosse police are investigating a shooting that happened today on the north side. Officers responded to the 1800 block of Onalaska Avenue around 5:45 p.m. Police say it was an isolated incident with no threat to the public. More details will be shared as they become available.
La Crosse city leaders voting on two measures tonight, one involving redevelopment of the Kmart site and tobacco rules.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us in the newsroom with the results. JDS.
Yeah, both items passed during tonight's Common Council meeting. Council members voted 9-4 to approve rezoning for the former Kmart site on State Road. The change allows for construction of a mixed-use development project for the construction of the future Copper Rocks apartment complex. City leaders say there are still several steps before construction can begin.
There will also be design review yet, so they have to go through all those steps as well as the zoning. So the zoning is an important step.
The council also unanimously approved an ordinance updating La Crosse's tobacco and vaping laws to match state and federal rules. The proposal enforces the minimum age of 21 to purchase or possess tobacco or nicotine products. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
JDS. The council also passing a new timeline for a new apartment and office complex downtown. The Chalmers is going up on the old Tribune building site. Developers plan to start construction by the end of this year and then finish by December of 2028.
Cochrane Fountain City Schools unveiling their new engagement lab. The traditional learning space was transformed into a Harry Potter themed interactive environment. Teachers say the lab will encourage learning by sparking curiosity in kids and offering fun ways to teach lessons.
The whole vision of the district is about engagement, changing the student experiences. You can kind of see behind me how excited these kids are motivating kids to want to learn is something that we're envisioning doing better. And creating a lab like this obviously immerses them in the learning.
The lab features more than 40 different scenes and transformations.
The La Crosse Yard Waste and Brush site will open Monday. The Isle La Plume site now requires seasonal permit stickers costing $25 per vehicle for residents. And those permits do remain valid through 2028. And the site accepts waste that includes leaves, grass clippings, weeds, and garden plants. You can buy your permit on the city's website. Developing news now out of the Middle East. Military officials say a refueling aircraft has gone down in Iraq.
The incident occurred in friendly airspace. Rescue efforts are underway, and the crash was not due to hostile or friendly fire. It comes as Iran's new supreme leader vows to continue blocking the Strait of Hormuz and targeting U.S. allies. The military attacking multiple oil tankers and facilities in critical waterways.
The FBI also warning of attacks in the United States. Warning in a memo, the agency received a tip that Iran may try to launch drones at California in what they called a seaborne surprise attack. Intelligence officials say there's no known immediate threat, but should still be taken seriously.
What we're talking about here is precision systems that have small conventional warheads on board that can target high-rise buildings or key critical infrastructure. So we're talking about smaller blasts usually.
Officials stress the U.S. has the technology to identify and intercept any kind of threat that comes close to land.
Wisconsin farmers are feeling sticker shock as fertilizer and gas prices soar due to the war in Iran. 1/3 of the world's fertilizer supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Since the strait closed, some fertilizer prices have jumped by 25% since the end of February. Also impacting farms, the rising cost of gas. The Wisconsin Farmers Union president says it won't be long until consumers see price hikes as well.
If you look at what's happened on the fertilizer side to the farmer, it happened basically after the second or third day. So, consumers will probably see it within 2 weeks at least.
Now, after a year of tariffs and losing international markets, Von Ruden says farms could close, driving grocery store prices up even more.
Still to come, a Michigan synagogue attacked, what police know about the suspect, and a possible motive.
Plus, a launch date is set when NASA says its Artemis II mission is planned to take off.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, it's Foodie Friday, and Raising Cane's is going green for St. Patrick's Day, the limited time drink you'll want to try. Plus, Art has some alert days ahead. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
I'm a lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Bring on the spring. Bring on the savings. Bring it on at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get out there in America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality. Start a new adventure in a Ford Explorer. Take on the great outdoors in a Bronco Sport. Do it all with an Escape. It's time to bring it on. Now get $2,500 bonus cash on a new Ford Bronco Sport. See your local Northland Ford dealers today.
I'm a lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
A synagogue near Detroit was targeted in an attack this afternoon.
The suspect is dead after a shootout with security. Asher Qureshi has more from West Bloomfield, Michigan.
Black smoke billowed from Temple Israel as dozens of officers rushed to the scene and locked down the area. The suburban Detroit synagogue says no one was physically harmed in the truck ramming attack, now under investigation by local authorities and the FBI.
We are leading the investigation right now as a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community.
Authorities say the attacker, who was armed with a rifle, died after an exchange of gunfire with security. The Jewish House of Worship is also home to a preschool and kindergarten.
We have no victims other than one of the lead security people was hit by the car and was taken to the hospital for treatment.
CBS News has learned that emergency responders found explosive materials in the suspect's vehicle.
Something ignited in the vehicle. That's a work in progress.
At the White House, President Trump said he was fully debriefed and sent his love to Michigan's Jewish community.
It's a terrible thing, but it goes on. We're going to be right down to the bottom of it. It's absolutely incredible that things like this happen.
Just weeks ago, the FBI led an active shooter training drill at the synagogue. The Bureau has issued a series of bulletins warning of increased targeting and threats against synagogues nationwide. Usher Qureshi, CBS News, West Bloomfield, Michigan.
The FBI is investigating a shooting at Old Dominion University as an act of terrorism. The gunman, Mohammed Baylor Jallow, shot and killed Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Shaw in an ROTC classroom. Reports indicate at least one other injured victim, and CBS News reports that students subdued and killed Jallow with a knife.
My heart dropped. I didn't really know what was going on. I just know I had to leave immediately. And it was pretty scary at that point.
The FBI says Jallow shouted Allahu Akbar before shooting. He was sentenced to 11 years in prison in 2017 for trying to support ISIS. He was released in December of 2024.
Medical equipment giant Stryker says a cyber attack disrupted its global networks. The Michigan-based company makes artificial joints and hospital beds. Stryker says the attack hit its Microsoft programs but found no ransomware or malware. The logo of Handala, a hacking group linked to Iran, appeared on company login pages. The timeline for full restoration is unknown.
Microsoft is launching a new AI tool to help people understand their medical information. Copilot Health allows users to input their medical records, wearable tech data, and health history, then offering insights to their health levels. Microsoft says the data is isolated from the rest of Copilot for security. And NASA has announced new target dates for the Artemis II mission to the moon. The agency aims to launch as early as April 1st.
NASA officials held a briefing at Kennedy Space Center to discuss the mission status. The rocket will roll back to the launch pad March 19th for final preparations. The four-person crew will fly around the moon, the first human lunar mission in more than 50 years.
This is an exciting time for our entire flight operations team to fly humans around the moon for the first time in over 50 years, send them further than any humans since Apollo 13, and continue paving the road of human exploration to the moon and beyond.
The astronauts will enter quarantine next Wednesday, March 18th, and arrive at Kennedy Space Center March 27th.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we have damaging winds on Friday, but then we have a significant winter storm for the weekend that's going to really make travel impossible at times with a lot of snow, wind, and even ice. That all coming up on the First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. Good maintenance equals longer vehicle life. Save big on our great selection of automotive products from trusted brands to help keep your vehicle running smooth. Help prevent costly repairs with Shell Rotella T6 Heavy Duty Diesel Motor Oil. It offers better fuel economy, excellent wear protection, and improved deposit control. Pick up a gallon jug today at a value of $19.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah. Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen, doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell.
Cream?
Maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
I met my abuser when I was 10. He was my Sunday school teacher. At 18, I was pressured to marry him. Chris Taylor was the first person to stand up for me. She worked with both parties and with law enforcement to pass laws to protect survivors like me. Chris listened, and my abuser went to prison. On the Supreme Court, Judge Chris Taylor will continue to protect Wisconsin.
Judge Chris Taylor, protecting our rights, defending our freedoms.
Shopping for your next car or truck? Get more with Maury's. At Maury's Auto Group, more isn't extra. It's just what we do. More transparency, more clarity, more trust, and more value with Maury's More Care program, which includes complimentary first year of maintenance on new vehicles and complimentary powertrain warranty on pre-owned vehicles. That's real peace of mind long after you drive off the lot. Find your more at Maury'sAuto.com. Get more with Maury's.
Sorry, I'm just a bit uncomfortable. It's my mattress.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Stearns & Foster provides the ultimate comfort and craftsmanship for a luxurious sleep.
Amazing.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, overall, pretty much the whole area is covered by a wind advisory or wind warning. Gusts to 65 are possible in the area shaded for the warning. Outside of it, maybe 50-55, so not much of a difference too, but still, these winds could cause some damage, tree damage, even power lines, and across, if you go heading west to east, that crosswind, so high-profile vehicles definitely will have to take note with this conditions here for tomorrow morning. They will drop off, but not until the afternoon. Potential gusts here in the morning could be 50-55 coming out of the northwest. That'll continue, but slowly drop off in the afternoon. The good news is by the time we get to the evening commute, we're seeing gusts maybe 25 to 30, so that's good news. In the evening, it'll still be breezy, but it'll drop off really quickly once we get closer to midnight. Overall, for the winter storm stuff, we got advisories here and warnings to the north. Basically 1 to 3 in the areas for the advisories, maybe up to 6, but it's also the combination of these areas will have the snow on the ground and snow falling and the wind also. So blowing snow, drifting snow, and also potentially whiteout conditions in the morning hour given those strong winds. There's your amounts of snow. It's really grassy areas across I-94. The roads probably won't see too much in the way of accumulation unless the well-traveled roads. A lot more as you go further north. Not much at all as we go towards La Crosse and south. We'll get some snow tomorrow, but don't expect a lot of accumulation, maybe a trace or maybe a half inch on grassy areas. Here's a low pressure that's deepening. All these little marks right there, that is the wind gust out there that have been above 65 coming with the system. So it gives you an idea how much wind it is, and we've seen reports over 70 with this system too. So a lot of wind coming behind this low as it pushes across. So once it pushes east, we get the wrap around, we'll get that north wind. That's when the temperatures, the winds will start picking up. There's your current conditions. We got the warm front pushing across, so now we're getting more into rain for most of the area, except on the other side of I-94. You can see the snow is still occurring with the cameras up there, but the roads are still fine given the temperatures are near or above freezing, and they're going to continue to rise a little bit. So you might see a switch over to a little bit of rain in these areas, and further south, it's mainly going to be rain or showers or dry conditions for the most part until we get later in the night and get some wraparound. But we won't expect to see much in the way of snow. And this kind of outlines really what you expect. It's the areas along I-94 and east that see that mix and snow potential continuing. Areas further south will see the snow come back in, but likely not until the morning commute. The strongest winds will be occurring just to the west of it. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Once again, for the most part, roads are not the issue. It's a combination of snow and wind that's going to be the main issue. As we look to the next event, that bears a lot of watching. Obviously, we got the alert days for the snow, wind, and now you can add the ice amounts to this too, given the track of it too. Where you see snow amounts, and I'll show you, you could get up to 18, but there's also a potential for some significant ice where we get a little bit warmer air with this system. The low is going to track basically from northern Missouri up to about Chicago area too as we get closer to Sunday afternoon. So the swath of snow is 12-18. It's just to the north of La Crosse. Blizzard conditions are possible in the afternoon, evening with the wind coming out of the north. The wintry mix too south of I-90 is definitely in play. Here's what we've had for snow amounts. They could top record levels for due-day totals, you see right there. The last time we've had snow amounts this much around this part of March, you got to go back to 2005 where we had over a foot. So it does happen. It just doesn't happen very often. Here's kind of the idea of the amounts right now, and the key is the 15 to 18 centered just north of I-90. Further south, it's a lot of questions as you get towards Richland County, Crawford County into Iowa, given there could be some significant ice as the warm air gets pulled north Saturday night into Sunday morning. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this because icing could be pretty significant if this happens. Mounts tail off in that area due to the ice. Everyone else, definitely going to be snow. This could change, but for the moment, that's kind of what we're going with. What we have confidence is the wind's coming with this behind it, and then the bitterly cold conditions following. Monday, we will crack 18, which is a high you probably would see more in January than right now, and the wind chills are likely going to be below 0. And then St. Patrick's Day, probably one of the colder ones in a while, given we'll be below 0 in the morning.
Yeah, quite wintry. All right.
So if you got travel plans Saturday night through Sunday night, definitely
Maybe
you
stay
might
home.
want to do the travel
Maybe
plans.
second guess them a little bit.
Right.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, big time battles on the hardwood. Area teams take on boys basketball sectional semifinals, including a thriller over at Logan. Cade is next.
Get up to 14% off with double tax relief savings at Home Furniture.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKDT News 8.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Your furnace is broke, and you've got no heat, and you want that service that can't be beat. There's one place to call, and that's GNT.
Call GNT for the best in air conditioning guaranteed.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
It's Hy-Vee's Friday the 13th sale, Friday, March 13th. Get items for under $3. Pork chops are just 88 cents. Hy-Vee eggs, just 99 cents. Dole chopped or premium salad kits, $2.88. Jack's Pizza, just $2.99. Starkist Chunk Light Tuna, 77 cents. Save on 24 packs of water and more. Friday the 13th. And every day, you'll find the same low prices online as in store. Only at Hy-Vee.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
Boys basketball teams across the state are battling in sectional semifinal games this evening. We've got 4 of them with area teams, including a big one here in La Crosse as the Central Riverhawks were taking on the West Salem Panthers. This one was a thriller over at Logan High. The two teams trading buckets early on. Tyson LaBouse off the glass for 2. A little later, it's Gabe Service getting involved. 3 ball is good. Riverhawks up 1, but the Panthers would make a run late in the half, and it would start with on the defensive end. Off the steal, Drew McConkey rises up, throws it down. Panthers led by 14 at the half. Then in the second, it's Nathan Dillibert from beyond the arc. West Salem would lead by as many as 17, but here come the Riverhawks. Anthony Jones, nice drive for 2. Central within 7. Then late in the second, Jones finds Jordan Calvert in the corner. Onions. Riverhawks take the lead with 2 minutes to play. But McConkey would remain calm, cool, and collected. The layup to retake the lead. Then in transition, he finds Dillibert. Layup no good, but but he's right there for the putback. Panthers up 3. 5 seconds to play. Riverhawks with a chance to tie it, but Calvert's shot is no good. And for the 5th straight year, the Panthers are going back to the sectional final.
It just means everything. I know us boys want to win, and we're going to do everything we can. Either way, I think we just got to play our hearts out like we did these last 2 games and do our best.
All right, the GET boys also looking to keep their season alive, taking on Stanley Boyd. Opening moments here, and it's Mason Brown nailing a deep ball, 3 of his 33 points on the night. Redhawks up 1. Orioles get hot, though. Troy Haas cans a corner 3 to take a 4-point lead, and not too long after, it's Haas draining another deep triple, but the Redhawks would respond later as Sam DeJagger sinks a 3 of his own to take the lead, and it's GET taking this one over Stanley Boyd in a high-scoring battle. 90-80, Redhawks will face St. Croix Central for a spot at state on Saturday. Over at Black River Falls in Division 5, the defending champs, CFC boys, taking on Assumption. Royals with the ball here. They can't get the 3 to fall, but it's Chase LeBerg there for the board and the tough bucket for the 5-point lead. Pirates respond right after as Aiden Lazowski banks in a layup, cutting into the lead, but Assumption showing some resilience through as Trey France Euro steps his way through the lane for the bucket. Then shortly after, JT Schleifier gets a tough layup of his own to fall, and it's Assumption taking down the defending champs 51-42. Also in Division 5, the North Crawford Trojans taking on the Southwestern Wildcats. First half winding down, Colin Jacobus finds a lane, drives, and somehow gets the shot to fall at the buzzer. Trojans up 2 going into the break, but in the second half, the Wildcats would find another gear as Carson Splinter drives, goes to the corner, and Landon Reuter knocks it down. Southwestern up big. North Crawford trying to fight back. Landon Blaha from the top of the key gets it to go. Trojans within 6, but it wasn't enough as the Wildcats would take control and go on to win 63-52. Over in Minnesota, the Caledonia Warriors had a chance to punch their ticket to state, but they would fall to second-ranked Goodhue 76-71. All right, let's go to Chicago as we've got some Big Ten action. I guess maybe we won't be going to Chicago, but the Badgers had a big game earlier today taking on Washington in their opening round of the Big Ten tournament. It was a battle as Wisconsin led by as many as 18, but down the stretch, Washington would battle back, pull within 1. However, it was Wisconsin coming out on top and advancing to tomorrow's round where they will face Illinois. That one at 1:30. So be sure we'll have highlights tomorrow as well. Also tomorrow, we've got the Olivas Drum Cardinal girls. They're up in Green Bay at the state tournament. We have our own Jacob Lenzendorf is there. He'll have coverage from that one tomorrow. And also the UWL women making a Sweet 16 appearance for the first time ever as they're in New York taking on Southern Maine. So a lot of action throughout the weekend, including those sectional final games on Saturday. So be sure to stay tuned throughout the weekend. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products you want and need at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our family denim sale, new men's silver jeans are 20% off. Men's Rustler jeans are $16.99. Rewards members save an extra buck. Plus, in automotive, get $50 to $100 instant savings on a set of 2 to 4 tires. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
We're roasting 500,000 pounds of coffee a year, and we employ 85 people. But these tariffs are crushing us. And you're looking at $100,000 in tariffs right here. That's on top of all of our other supplies getting more expensive. We've had no choice but to raise prices. Congressman Derek Van Orden voted to support the tariffs, and he called them a success. It doesn't feel like success to me. All I see are higher prices. We need to tell Derek Van Orden, stop raising our costs.
It's
It's easier than ever to save more than ever during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale, happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, you'll find exciting designs, stunning fabrics, and the best prices of the year. A savings of up to 40%. Sofas, sectionals, recliners, even luxurious leather. The possibilities are endless. Plus, there's even special financing on all Flex Steel furniture. Unlimited choices, special financing, and the best prices of the year. Now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Get your tickets now for Classical Magic on March 14th, sponsored by O'Flaherty Law and Gillette Pepsi Company at lacrossesymphony.org.
Improve your home, improve your life. More choices, lower prices. The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Is the exterior of your home past its prime, weathered and demanding care? Now is the time to make it new again. Enjoy the beauty and energy savings of America's finest new siding, the convenience of maintenance-free soffit and fascia, and protect your home with gutters and covers. Exceptional value during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
We'll talk about a sly stowaway. Customs and Border Protection agents found a red fox on a ship.
The animal arrived in the port of New York and New Jersey last month on a vessel from England. The 2-year-old male fox is now in the care of the Bronx Zoo. Officials there say the fox appears to be in good condition after the 2-week journey. Oh, no food probably. An effort is underway to find a permanent home for the animal once vets determine if it is healthy.
Man.
Resilient little guy.
For sure, because you know that was probably a stressful voyage.
Oh yeah, no, I mean no water access, no food, probably like, why am I on this ship? Where am I going? He went to America, free trip to America.
I guess so, and now in the zoo.
Yep, all right. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Join the conversation. Like us on Facebook.
I'm a window and door lead foreman here at Asher Lasting Exteriors. It's nice to work for a company that's been around for 50 years. I enjoy coming to work every day. We have a good family culture here at Asher. I enjoy seeing the customers get excited about their new windows and doors. They seem to really like the product we install. I enjoy the job, and I love what I do.
This one, Grandpa.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking a dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Madness is going on now at Wesco and Sparta. This is not a drill. Get up to 30% off your new furniture. That's right, up to 30% off. Talk about a slam dunk. Stop waiting, stop wishing. Get that new sofa or sectional you've wanted for far too long. Gather the family around the brand new dining table and register to win a free recliner. This madness won't last forever. Don't miss out. It's happening right now only at Wesco and Sparta. Did we mention you could win a recliner?
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Shopping for your next car or truck? Get more with Maury's. More transparency, more clarity, more trust, and more value with Maury's More Care program. Visit Maury'sAuto.com and get more with Maury's.
Skiing, snowboarding, time with friends. You'll love winter at Mount La Crosse. Lock in fun for next winter with the season pass. Buy now and get the best price of the year. The spring sale ends March 15th, so stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Mount LaCrosse has been making winter family fun for over 65 years. Come out and make some memories.
All right, wind's definitely the problem tomorrow morning. We could see whiteout conditions with snow showers. Roads won't be the problem, but the wind gusting to 60 to 65. So a crosswind, we could have some power issues and tree damage with this too. They will drop off quickly. The next one to keep an eye on is the weekend one. It didn't show it there. But snow, ice, and wind and snow accumulations could be topping 18 inches and can't rule out blizzard conditions Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. The ice potential, if you're south of I-90, keep an eye on that Saturday night into Sunday morning once the low gets closer. But everyone will see snow accumulation, some will see ice. Everyone's going to be really cold going into Monday with wind chills sub-zero.
Yeah.
And then negative numbers for St. Patrick's Day too. So it's definitely a back to winter. But we do get to 50 by the next time Friday, which is average.
There you go.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.